Hi guys, today's Toddler Tuesday, and this week was Renee's turn at Renee's Reborns, and it was spring clothes, and I forget the colors. I think blue, pink, or beige, but I'm not positive, were the alternative. Um, but anyway, we're going to do spring dress, and I have got my Elliot kit. She is a Casey Brace doll, and Beautiful Babies by Betsy, and that's Betsy Thomas was her artist. And I absolutely adore this baby. She was not planned. She was very unexpected. Betsy had her done, and I saw her, and there. That was the end of that. I'm like, okay, I want that baby. And it's funny because normally I am not a big Casey Brace fan, but anyone looking for a new doll, I highly recommend the Elliot by Casey Brace. Oh, she's just perfect. But anyway, she has got on a little dress, and we're also doing hashtag new doll dress by Jay at JUK Dolls, because this is a brand new dress we just got from So Loved. And I'll give you the details and bring her up in a minute. She's also got on ivory booties and an ivory headband. And the little dress is Swiss dotted cotton, and it has bunnies and ducks and flowers around the hemline. It's gorgeous. I love this dress. It's so pretty. I did leave the t-shirt on her. My dolls just, they all wear white t-shirts underneath their clothes. That's just me. And I should have put on the sleeveless Carters, but I didn't. But anyway, the collar is a Peter Pan, and it is an eyelet collar. Apologize for the light, guys. I wanted you to see this skirt. Can you guys see this? It is so pretty. It is in, taupey collar and pretty mauve, a medium mauve, a light mauve, and a little bit of sage green. And some of the flowers have got a little bit of yellow. It's just a gorgeous dress. I am so glad that I got this dress. But that's what we're doing because it's a very springy dress. And I'll be honest with you, I don't have really anything to talk about today. I will tell you about my little experience. You guys know I've been going back and forth to the doctor and having all kinds of tests for a year, because I'll go for a couple months and I feel fine, and then I'll go for a month or so and I don't feel fine. And they sent me to the cardiologist, they sent me to the gastrologist, they sent me for the calcium test on my heart. I've had CAT scans, MRIs, I've had the nuclear test. I'm just tired of it. It's just like, figure out what's right. My dad says that it's the GERD, because out of all of it, we did find out that I have a large hiatal hernia and I have GERD. And I guess my stepmother had GERD. And when my dad and stepmother retired, they sold out. They had a huge auction at the fairgrounds because they had that much stuff. And they sold out, and they gave a few of the antiques away. I got some, and they offered up, to family members. But they had a lot of antiques and things, and they downsized. They sold their house, and they were full-time campers. They traveled everywhere. Dad and Charlene have been in every state in the U.S. They've been in many countries in Europe. They've been Canada, Mexico, Alaska. My stepsister, as you know, she lives in the Netherlands. She's been over there probably about 40 years now. And, they go over to visit her, and it's nothing. You take little vacations and go to Paris or Rome or even the UK. Excuse me. I'm having problems this morning. But and they've been to the Holy Land. I mean, you know, they're travelers. But my stepmother got tired of living in a fifth wheel. They got a motorhome, and she still wanted a home base. So they home based it in Florida in a park model. And about, time gets away from me, 4 or 5 years ago, they had a lot of problems with the motorhome on the trip up, and it was expensive, and they were just done with it and over with it, getting older. So they sold the motorhome, and you know, they pulled their car behind it, so they drove home, and that was their last summer to stay up here. Um, but anyway, I know where I was going with this. Geez, it's terrible to get old and lose your thoughts. But a lot of times when they were traveling, Dad had her in and out of emergency rooms because of the GERD. And he swears that's what my problem is. So I don't know. We'll see. The doctor did finally put me on medication for GERD. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting to this point. She put me on the medicine. Oh, and now I've been told what to eat and what not to eat. But I'd already kind of looked it up anyway. And I'm getting a little bit more strict with it because I'm noticing when I eat things I'm not supposed to, I don't feel good. So that means caffeine, chocolate, anything acidic, dairy, and chocolate. Pretty much my diet. Oh, but anyway. So last week I was still having problems with my chest being tight and not feeling good. So I went back to the doctor. And I have problems with sinus. Now, I had sinus surgery several years ago, and I've not had a whole lot of problems with sinus since then. If I get a cold, I'm on antibiotics because my sinuses are that bad. And that's why people probably think I'm weird, but if you've got a cold, please don't be around me because they really make me sick. I'm sick for a month and usually on 2 antibiotics, so colds aren't my friend. But anyway, pretty much got my sinuses under control, and I take Zyrtec, and it helps. Well, she was talking to me last week, and she goes, "How long have you been on Zyrtec?" And I said, "Well, a long time." And she said, "Well, I don't think it's helping you anymore. Let's put you on Singulair." And I'm like, "Okay." So I've taken 3 of these Singulair tabs. And the last 2 evenings, I've had horrible sinus headaches and felt pukey. So I got up, I called the pharmacist, and I said, "Can I just stop the Singulair and go back to the Zyrtec?" Well, I found out he told me I could take both. And he said she's probably put me on the Singulair for asthma. And I'm like, I don't have asthma. Jeez. So anyway, he said, just stop the Singulair. He said, keep it. He said, you can take them both if you want to. Take the Zyrtec in the morning and the Singulair at night. But anyway, that's what I said. I'm having trouble with my throat because my sinuses are all gunked up. But guess what? I took my Zyrtec this morning. Ugh, people. You know, quit messing with me. I got enough issues without something else. Oh, had to share that with you. Doctors. I hate medicine anyway. I'm very picky on what I take. A lot of times I'll go to the doctor and they'll give you something. You come home and you look up the side effects and you're like, no, I'm not taking that. Oh, I tell you, sometimes, you know what? I've said this for years. Between the side effects and what's wrong with you, it's probably better to just put up with what's wrong with you. That's what I think of medicine, but I do like my Zyrtec. So anyway, guys, kind of a strange video, huh? I guess I found something to talk about. I hope you all have a wonderful day. If you have problems like that, leave that in the comments, share with us, or even do a video on it. We can all laugh together, because if you don't laugh, you cry. And you can't cry because that makes you depressed. And you got to be happy. So, guys, stay happy, stay well, come back and visit. And thank you so much for putting up with this video. See y'all later. Bye, guys.